track reviews.
Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well. And it is time for a track review. At the time I'm shooting this, it is the morning. I'm doing okay, booting up, having some green tea. Feeling good. Hope you guys are feeling good too. I'm ready to soak in a brand new single from the boy Joji, formerly Pink Guy, formerly Filthy Frank of the 88 Rising label. He has a new project on the way, I'm assuming, and he's been relatively quiet on the music front for a good deal of this year, outside of dropping like a deluxe version of the EP that he came out with last year. He had some notable vocal moments on that recent 88 Rising compilation that they dropped. But again, 2018 has not been a super prolific year for Joji thus far. And I've been hoping that he has been using this time to kind of progress and grow artistically so that when he does drop something else, it feels more mature and more skilled than the In Tongues EP, which did have some interesting ideas on it, but was still a little too stripped back and uneventful and vocally underwhelming for me. So I don't know, kind of hoping to hear some growth and maturation on this new single over here. Let's give it a shot. It's titled Slow Dancing in the Dark. Ba-bam. Honestly, I think that's a pretty great improvement on everything I heard on the In Tongues EP. I mean, not only did Joji bring a lot more to this track vocally, and I'm not going to say that it's a night and day change, because there were a lot of very low-key, somber vocals, much like there were on the In Tongues EP, which in and of themselves were not necessarily a bad thing, but it was just the lack of I guess, range and versatility and change across that EP that really got to me and made the very one-dimensional sound of the songs on that thing sound very stale and very kind of gray. However, even though I was a little underwhelmed by the verses and I guess just how sloppy and overcome with emotion to the point where Joji was really maybe slurring some of his words or something to a dramatic effect, I guess. Even though that was getting to me just a little bit, I loved the powerful transitions into these heavy layers of very bright synthesizers and Joji really digging into his upper range. The melody and the chord progression felt very tried and true. Even though this song does have a very modern sound, there is something pretty nostalgic about the song, be it some of the chord transitions, be it that first reach into his upper register, which is like very much like an old school vocal pop melodic shift right there, which was a really nice touch, and also the plinky and somewhat reverb-soaked angelic, what sounded like synth harp arpeggios playing throughout some of the song too, which added to the very pretty and pillowy vibe of the track, which again felt very much like an old school vocal pop from the 50s or 60s kind of studio trick right there. Again, a lot of ideas flowing throughout this thing that called back to a very storied history of pop music in the West, but being embodied in a very contemporary way. A super dramatic song, thought it had a nice finish, ran for a very tight 3 minutes and 29 seconds. Structure was pretty straightforward and well executed. Segues between the different segments were very good. It was formulaic, yes, but emotionally potent, nicely performed. Sweet melodies, instrumentation sounded pretty nice, though again, I wouldn't say the composition and the instrumental were all that original. I think maybe the percussion could have done a bit more too, because a lot like with the songs off the In Tongues EP, the beat was pretty sparse. And even though this was a very spacious and dramatic vocal number, I think the rhythm could have been doing just a bit more, because some of it sounded a little flat, a little dry, I guess. But still, a lot of good things going for this song, and it sounds like an improvement. It sounds like an improvement for me, and I actually like the track. I think the track's very likable. Probably going to be one of my favorite tracks this week. It's a pretty sweet tune. And I guess I'm looking forward to seeing what Joji does after this, because I think in a way this is a pretty big emotional statement, and I'm hoping that there are more like this coming down the pipe. I would hate to hear him just deliver more very syrupy, middle of the road alternative R&B after this that doesn't really do anything or go anywhere. You know, to me, this had some nice transitions. This had great shape. This had a lot of drama to it in a good way. But those are my thoughts on the track. Wondering what you guys think about it. Let me know down below in the comments. Over here next to my head is another review that you can check out. Hit that up, or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Joji, slow dancing in the dark forever.